moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Boakai only defeated President Weion less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weion conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I would praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. And, yes, he could have done that.
Here at the
when President Boakai
area where we eye another group of protesters have just emerged with the women here. I'm told the chairman and others are part of their group, so we are here. So keep following. As you can see here, share a live video, invite other people to watch along with you.
Coming to you live from Cinco, the principal street of Monrovia. Celebrating protests. Say no to drugs. Come on out. Stand some for News Day. Get about people from what
You cannot repeat that thing. Those are true. We'll tell you that. It will be the end.
Are you saying you are prepared for protest today?
It will be the end.
Are you prepared for any eventuality?
We just people. As you can see, the police staff.
Where are you carrying candle? To do what? And what do you think is the cause of that? Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. So, folks, we are here, and I'm Stevie Tonto. We are moving gradually at the grounds of the executive mansion according to the protesters here. And I'm bringing you this live coverage. Keep following. Invite other people to watch along with you as well as we move on. And so, folks, as we told you, we are moving on gradually, moving on at the grounds of the executive mansion. That's according to the protesters here. And keep sharing the live video. We are here. The stands chairperson is leading groups of aggrieved protesters currently, at the grounds of the executive mansion here.
Where you have the people, you know, the people turning up in their mass in order to petition their government and to remind the government that no matter the intimidation, no matter the the physical threat, no matter the outlandish and very immature statement that has been spewed by the police commander in Gaelic Como, that they are determined to ensure that the government receive their petition. And this is what is currently happening in Liberia. A massive protest has been called by stand, and what you are seeing is just a glimpse of what is happening in Liberia today. Yeah, the 17th of July. This is it.
Are you insinuating that the government didn't know of the drugs that were brought in the market?
The put.
But what are those together in your petition to be considered? You can't talk about it.
This is it. This is what is currently like everyone.
Liberians are protesting.
You have members of the ruling party that are also part of this. You see, despite of all of the intimidation that was being carried on by the government, of recent, we saw a statement being released by Gaelic Como threatening Liberians that he was going to ensure that he spilled the blood of innocent protesters were there to go in front of the executive mansion. But before that, we saw what was happening, where some organizers of the July 17th, that is today's protest, they were incarcerated falsely, imprisoned by the government. And we want to say thanks to the Liberian people who remain very, very focused, who refuse to be intimidated by Mr. Joseph Nyuma Boakai and his bunch of gangs that have decided that they will intimidate Liberia. And so this is what is happening in Liberia. Remember, the government of Liberia is not, under no circumstances and condition, very tolerant in giving these people the atmosphere that they need in order to peacefully gather, knowing very well that this particular unity government enjoyed this very thing that is happening, protest. Even though yesterday, the protests that they were having, they were all political protests, they were all politically engineered in order to be able to, spread false propaganda and etc. Unlike this protest, that is strictly organized by the people. It's strictly organized by the people. It has no opposition hands in it. It has no political hands in it. But the ordinary people are the ones who have gathered in order to be able to petition their government. So it's a good thing. It's a good thing that is happening. I mean, it's a very nice thing that is happening. We must be able to hail and commend these people who have gathered in order to petition their government. So it's a good thing. Those of you who watching us, from around the globe, this is currently happening in Liberia, where Liberians have decided to come out to petition their government. As you may be aware, few days ago, we saw what happened with the incident of $19.2 million drugs burst in Liberia. Why it is true that that particular number was even under pronounced, because it should have been like $50 million. Instead, for whatever reason, the government decided that instead of the $50 million, they will carry it to 19, or they will reduce it to 19.2. So we saw that. And in the midst of what happened with that $19.2 million drugs, there are individuals in the government, I mean, well-connected government officials. These government officials, they were the ones that were involved in this entire process. As we speak, the government of Liberia, led by Joseph Newman Boakai, have refused to turn these high-placed government officials over to be persecuted. Unfortunately, what we are observing, the same very people who are drugs dealer in our country and they are working in government, like for example, one person who is hugely benefiting from the sale of cocaine in our country, the police director, Gregory Como, the vice president, Jeremiah Pankun, are and other people who are in the proximity of the president at the level of the Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs. These people, they've been sealed by the government or they've been protected by the government. While we're seeing ordinary people who, in fact, are on the side, are being arrested, while government officials are not being arrested, and these people are passing around. We saw the lackadaisical attitude on the part of the government in order to arrest people who were named in this particular, drug saga, to the extent where government was able to give these people 2 weeks. 2 weeks, so that they can destroy evidence. But it is good that the Liberian people are not going to sit idle. The Liberian people are not going to keep quiet. So what you are seeing now is happening in Liberia currently. This is live. What you are observing is very live in Liberia, where thousands of Liberians have decided to come down on the street to petition their government to be able to lead or to leave. And this protest is organized by a non-political, a group called the Stand. And this protest has in it almost every members of the Liberian society. Some people from the Christian communities are there, the Muslim community, they are there, the student groupings are there, the marketeers, market women, and just name a pen rider, they are there, motorcyclists are there, wheelbarrow pusher, they are there. This is something that is organized by the people themselves, and this is what we must hail, the people's initiative. Yeah, so this is
the grounds of the executive mansion. There's a strip from the police that you're not touching the executive mansion.
Who the police we're talking about small level, we're talking about who's discussing animal blood, who's discussing senior.
I'm seeing Kendall and matching here. Why are you doing with it?
What?
Why are you doing with matching and Kendall?
There's a sound I will sleep at the executive mansion.
Are you going to sleep at the executive mansion?
100%.
What do you want from the president?
What?
What do you want from the president?
We want the president to come and receive our petition and act for the cause of the people.
What's your name?
Over traffic.
So,
the team may know because if you came for you gain the money and trust money. It's about your value and I'm going to do that. I would say.
Welcome. This is Payne's TV on television. This is the Bishop Atty. In solidarity with this protest.
Stop by the state security that you cannot move to the
as far as we are concerned, the Banga party is a revolutionary party that understands the motives of a bandit. If the state security having to pull up any action, as far as we're concerned, the entire protestation is a peaceful process. For any attempt for the Banga reactionary elements that must interpret the contrary resources for our self-imposed devilish accordance, there will be a neutral law of motion that says for every action, there is an equal and opposite.
Is this the general support of SUP? Is this SUP in economic support of the protest?
As I stated initially, I said the essence of what come here is to peacefully assemble to draw the attention of our representatives. But in an attempt to go the contrary, now in the question the name in the interest of the over 22,000 students populace and the masses of the Liberian people in general. That means there will be a neutral law of motion based on your reaction. They will determine the neutral law of motion. There will come reaction. For every action, there is an equal and opposite.
Are you prepared for that?
Oh, we are wholeheartedly prepared. How prepared are you now? I said we are wholeheartedly prepared. How prepared are you? It's evidenced by our motions and our engagement. We are prepared. If we were not prepared, we wouldn't have taken the principal street on removal. Fear is not in my DNA. You're looking back. Fear is not in my DNA. You're looking back.
Are you impressed? Are you impressed with this number? Are you impressed with this number?
Don't say revolution, don't tell me. It is quite a sack where run for better soldier. Yeah, I'm Tweah Johnson Jr. the Central Committee of the Bana Party.
Thank you so much for that. We are Yahweh from the executive marshal. This is what happened here. What we here.
suppose this is what happened here. As we almost near the capital, as we almost near the grounds of the capital, we will take over. Soup and process. Soup and process. This is OK Online TV.
As you can see, Liberians are in their thousands.
This is what happened here. Soup and
towards
prosa,
the
they are
executive
fighting.
mansion.
Soup
Rather
and prosa,
than
they are claiming who
their
with a direct contact with the organizers of the protest. Soup say we want to do. Prosa said no, it cannot happen. But let's see what will happen as we almost at the grounds of the country. Soup want to take possession. Soup want to take possession.
The protesters engaged in the grounds of the executive mansion, according to them, where they are going to read out their petitions. Right behind me, some officers of the Liberian National Police, and they are here to ensure that they implement the mandate that was given to them by the police agent. So let us move forward and see what happens next. They are moving by. The police officers here are moving by. They are moving by at the section of the executive mansion and that of the Capitol building. They are moving forward, and the protesters themselves are also making moves to ensure that they execute whatever things they came here to do. I'm Stephen Cotton, and I'm here with my colleague Benjamin Johnson. Benjamin Tweah is here. He's behind the camera. He's doing.
We want to say courtesy of our team from the King's F.
Bring you this live coverage and every,
Say of King's
from this live
media institution that we are going to be relaying from.
We hope to see what happens next as we approach the intersection of the executive mansion and out of the Capitol building, where the protesters have vowed to read their petition. Fellow Liberians, keep sharing the live video and invite other people to watch along with you as well.
So just listings those.
So for those of you that are just joining us, what you are observing here is what is currently happening in Liberia, where Liberians have decided to petition their government in the midst of what is happening in Liberia. That is one, police brutality, the sale of cocaine by highly placed government officials. And unfortunately, these government officials, they've been protected by the very government that is supposed to prosecute them. Thirdly, we are seeing a very huge decline in our, human rights record by this government, judging from all of the reports that we have been able to read. I mean, from the 2025 United States Department, Human Rights Report on Liberia, we saw with the Millennium Challenge Corporation, report, which was very, 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 very horrible. And the thing is, the government is doing absolutely nothing to address the situation. You would think that with all of these reports that are coming out, you would think that with all of the challenges that have been, signaled out by our international partners and Liberians, you would think that the government will begin to take what we call a very serious measure or a very serious approach to be able to resolve the issue. But unfortunately, it's like the more the people complain, the more the people talk of those things that are directly affecting them, it is the more the government express the gas to do more, which is unfortunate. And this is the kind of Liberia we want, where people will not be politically induced, unlike what happened under the regime of Joseph Numa Boakai, under the regime of His Excellency President Dr. George Weah, where we saw people, we saw uh, Joseph Numa Boakai, who is now the president, participating and calling for a political demonstration. In fact, they were calling for the removal and the head of the then president, His Excellency President George Weah. Unlike this particular, protest, the people have gathered and said, we have issues. And all we want you to do is to be able to, address our concern, is be able to address, those things that we are raising. And that's where we are. So Liberians are not deterred by the government show of, what we call weak force. What we saw this morning, we saw police bringing out some kind of truck that cannot even go for complete 1 hour without breaking down, spilling water all over the place. And according to them, they were going to do that. We saw them brandishing weapons, and all kinds of nonsense. See people dressed as if they are going for World War III, all this nonsense. But Liberians are determined. So what you are looking at, despite of the intimidation, despite of the arrest, despite of, the lies that have been orchestrated by the government against some other individuals of the protesters or some other, members or organizers of the protester, Liberians are determined and they've decided that we will present our petition to the government. So this is what you are looking at. This is what you are observing. So we are bringing you live events happening in Liberia. We are bringing you live. Currently, we want to say kudos to the Kings FM that we are directly relaying from. So we are going to be switching between how you call a media institution in order for us to bring you, updates. In order for us to bring you update. So just stay tuned while we bring you what we are supposed to bring you. Thank you.
Okay, because we are here at the grounds of the Capitol. Police officers, they are also deployed here. See, the protesters want to use the sound of the executive mansion. But one thing is, let's see what will happen. Protesters are coming in. First, this is OK Online TV. Keep watching, keep following us. Directing protesters to take one lead. But what I'm seeing so far is that
so courtesy
the
of
OK
Online TV.
So the police,
courtesy of OK Online TV,
who approaching them, talking to them to cool down, and then to take the lead or the right lead, before the University of Liberia side. Or the protesters
so
saying,
the thing
no,
is,
we are carrying our
this was the
petition
very
to the
same
president
people
of
when
the
they were
Republic
in
of Liberia,
opposition, the
to
likes of
protest
Gelikomo,
Boakai. So let's
who
see
went
what
right
happened.
before the
They are
executive
with
mansion,
their
and they were
leader,
giving that
which is
privilege.
Mama
They
Manu.
even cooked there.
So let's
They
see
lighted
what
fire
Manu
in the
do.
cook.
Or I'm seeing an individual. They are coming in. So this is OK Online TV coming to you live. My name is Dara Skanga. We are here to bring you the direct coverage. A coverage from here. We are here. Let's see what will happen. The security forces, they are all deployed here, making sure that this process will remain peaceful, making sure that this process is reinforced. Let's see what will happen.
Are you over there?
Atty, once again, good afternoon. How are you? You are.
Yeah, so keep following. Let's show how the entrances of the executive mansion are ranging from the interception before the University of Liberia's engagement. We can see here police officers are here. They have barricaded the entire area here, ensuring that the protesters don't make their way through to the grounds of the executive mansion. But the protesters, on the other hand, are demanding. Let's see what happened. I'm here with Benjamin Johnson, and together we are bringing you this live coverage. Let's see what happens here as to whether the citizens who are here to call on their government to read their petition at the grounds of the Capitol building will make their way through as police officers are posted here. Are ready. Let's see what happens as we go on. Let's see what happens as we go on.
I am not seeing the water truck. They are here in the trucks.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't see the
Then it comes to petition the national petition the president. So we affirm the president to come out and receive that petition.
Okay.
When the president gets all the hours at private bar, he joined naked girls. When you come here to make
now the security forces, they are not allowing you.
December 17, similar questions were made, and they not doing the necessary. I want to say this to the government. If they think they were weaponized, they will ensure it to succeed. If they think they were weaponized, the legislation will succeed. And they are using security apparatus to come down on opposition of political party. We want to say to them, the time will come when the citizens will rally and the security will succumb to the pressure. They are like this. Saying into the federation have the moral. What they are judgment of moral. If I moral, then Mr. Boakai doesn't have moral to lead. He doesn't have moral to lead. And the president is not here. What is the next action of the president? Yes, after the executive mansion. He's not there. You see for me. Who has not received the petition? Ain't saying nothing. Ain't nothing. All of you will be here. And what will happen today? What will be your next action? What is your next action? The next action will be.
So for still, you listen to.
Independent investigators. Scandal. We are here today to demand accountability, even though we are hearing that Joseph Boakai has cleared Monrovia and is seeking refuge in bombing. However, we told you this government has sinister motives. They are wicked. They are bloodletters. That they have an agenda to create chaos amongst us and cause bloodbath among peaceful protesters today. That's why the likes of Gregory Cuomo went public and lie as usual that there were people amongst us that were distributing illegal firearms. It is because that was the agenda in the first place, to deploy people amongst us with firearms to cause mayhem, to cause chaos, and possibly kill innocent Liberian citizens. We have, since this process started, deployed sophisticated gadgets that can detect the presence of arms or firearms in 100-meter radius of the protest perimeter. Our 3 crowd control experts were able to apprehend, to detain,
a government surrogate that was deployed among us secretly to cause trouble, and our person was armed. And the professionalism of our people led to that disarming him, and we told them to let him go because we have the means to keep him in detention. We had to go to the state for you. To show for you that when we say government has sinister motives, we were not lying. But rather they were lying because of their agenda to cause chaos amongst us. Where's the gun? This is the gun. This is the gun with loaded bullets. This is the gun. This is the gun with loaded bullets. That was confiscated from the individual that is obviously a state operative that was deployed amongst us to cause trouble and cause pain. And we are very sure that these intelligent agenda, they have inspired all the lies, the fabrications, and the treachery that was visible in the last few days on the lips of Reverend Kobo, Tweah, and Atty. So we will turn it over to appropriate authorities after a display, and we want a forensic investigation because they will come and lie that it's not called, it was not happened by state security action. Now, don't forget, Joseph Boakai Press treason recently passed an executive order for people to register guns. We have intelligence to establish, to suggest that members of the ruling class and their surrogates are horribly registering guns to prepare for the next election to cause mayhem, just as the day into the three countries where they were killing surrogates of other party supporters with sticks and machetes. So we just start to reveal for a person know that we are not the troublemakers, but the government of Liberia under Joseph Boakai is armed with treachery to honor this process in God's scale. With that said, I will give the platform to other leaders of institutions here to make comments on the issue for power. Banda! Down. President, we are President, President, down. Sleep at your down. Comrades, today, as a safety secretary general of student unification party, and thousands of university students have assembled here today to send a simple message to the government of Liberia, the international community, civil society organization, that leadership under the administration of Joseph Boakai is at its most chaotic, most barbaric, and most tolerant state. Under the administration of Joseph Boakai, Liberia is a living hell. Today, this United Party that is an architect of the trust structure in this country, that is killing thousands of young people, have a certain vice president that is associated with all suspects involved. And today, the vice president run free. One say this, the Student Unification Party is calling on the independent community, the United States Embassy, to conduct an independent forensic investigation involving the vice president. The vice president is not accepted. The vice president is not accepted for criminal charges. Only the president according to the constitution of this country. So if the vice president knows how to trust suspect or have photograph with them, it is important and it's necessary that the government that said they come here to fight trust, make sure the people that are living with trust, when you are the vice president, when you ask your police, you are the presidential press secretary, you pass
But the elite individuals that are in the offices of controlling government, those who sponsor the cartels with millions of dollars, what will be penalty? This is the government on those appointed. The government that have weaponized the judicial system. The government that have weaponized the legislature to a government state institution. Where today you have lawmakers fighting one another and throwing punches for representing the people of this country. They are calling all their parents to the level of power of this republic. So while in your consciousness, in making sure that the nightmare of the kindness is eliminated and you want to get a payment of respect. Commerce, when we get here in one of our numbers, let today say a simple message that the Parvis administration has said to make me to court, place an international report for you. All of the administration of Joseph Parker, according to UNICEF, 80% of the children from a 0 to 10 are now in school and cannot read and write. According to a UNICEF report, 32% of people are going to school yesterday and not going to school today. Today, we have over 60,000 children dying every year from chronic malnutrition. How come? It's the honor of the day in homes and family. What Mr. Parker said at the executive mansion and he talked on the level of the opponents of the people to contact to another first salary. Get this day for corruption in his government is an exhibit of the highest honor. Today, we are the injustice. Today, as on July 26, the Student Unification Party will continue the protest actions until the access to the Senate. And we urge all of you here today to join us on July 26 because there's nothing to celebrate. President Parker has elected 500,000 for any concert celebration when the priest that could not be the president of the country is part, and yet this day they are taking pictures of the next party in one person. The only way we can send a message to the press is by violating the consciousness of the people. So we stay here today with Keramolu. We stay here today with our progressive students institution. We stay here today with the masses of our people. The mothers who are fighting battling trust on the move. We say that the Student Unification Party will continue to rally behind our progressive forces in making sure that the Parker's administration is a one-term government and a one-term regime. Manda. Fellow Liberians, looking at the convictions of both young and old people of Africa's earliest republic. We want to say, Udo, is the first with tenacity, an angle of the ever-potent, non-violent, all-unit, revolutionary, might-peaceful education, and reduction of what we are doing.
This is the gun. This is the gun with loaded bullets that was confiscated from the individual and is operative.
You have
this
people
is the gun.
who were planted among the protesters with live gun. Let's put it this way. Let's not use any kind of big word, ammunition. People now, will not understand. So what the government did was to plant amongst the protesters people with gun and bullets, so that at the end of the day, when there is anything to occur, that the same very people that they planted among the protesters, these people will use their arms to start to carry on evil acts. But thanks to the organizer, that they were able to apprehend that particular individual, and what you are seeing is the live gun and the bullet in the hands of Moluba Molu, displaying it to the world so that the world can know of what happening. But let's play this short clip. I know you're listening to it, but let's play this short clip.
This is the gun. This is the gun with loaded bullets ultimate escape operative. I will deploy amongst us to cause trouble and cause death. And we are very sure that this village agenda may have inspired all the lies, the fabrications, and the treachery that was visible in the last few days on the lips of Reverend Kobo, Tweah, and Atty. So we will go over to appropriate authorities after the play, and we want a forensic investigation because the gun.
Look at
This
that.
is the gun.
What is happening? You see how
This is the gun
Boakai boys are?
with loaded bullets that was confiscated from the individual and is ultimate escape operative. I will deploy amongst us to cause trouble and cause death. And we are very sure that this village agenda may have inspired all the lies, the fabrications, and the treachery that was visible in the last few days on the lips of Reverend Kobo, Tweah, and Atty. So,
by the time we start to normalize the impeachment of president, any president who is sent to the Liberian president to take the Liberian people very serious. When was the last time that the legislature received petition for the president for don't do open border? The open border get bread for the importation of cocaine. The Liberian government is able to generate the weed, the marijuana, because we pray it is a plain narcotic, but the narcotic, the cocaine, we cannot handle it. We don't want to be surprised one day that the president of Liberia have been all good to the president of Venezuela because of drugs. Oh yeah, you saw it. Many people come to Liberia to make entry to the United States of America. So if we are not turning our state into just a transnational state, national narcotic state, it means that our allies, the place where we put them over there, the same people will come and take our president from our country. So we do not want that. That's why we are calling on state. We are calling on Chamamoba Molu. We want to say with the Japanese silence of the quote-unquote National Political Party during this kind of mayhem. This thing are happening in the country. We do not yet the quote-unquote CDC-COP is speaking for the Liberian people. 2011, 2016, 2017, we saw all national political parties protesting in the name of the political Liberian people. 2018, we saw the very ruling establishment protesting against the 10th government in the name of Liberian people. What happened today? The people who tell their power, they are insulting. They are insulting today. The release silent with the bracket have gotten. I am not going to go to stand. I am not going to go to stand in the progressive forces at the national institution. Who will advocate for you, the Liberian people? So that's why we are telling the Liberian people always the magnanimity in the struggle will all get forward and revolutionary. So all the way from Liberia, I would like to stop playing this one and then return the microphone to the fellow
Viva, la black people, viva, the Massaquoi people, viva, the result of our people, viva.
Thank you very much, comrades. Permit me to use this sacred intellectual Tweah. Permit me to use this intellectual cocatura. Permit me to seize this moment and extend a heartfelt salute to you, the online Liberian people who have converged here today in your numbers to demand the government on President Joseph Boakai and the Massaquoi that the issue of drugs in our country, we cannot remain silent. We want to say to you, we salute you for your resilience. We understand that the police are here to instill fear in you. And the revolutionary avant-garde for Venezuela line of the state where you voted, have come here to say to you that we are here with you. Do not be intimidated by police. Do not be intimidated by tear gas gadgets in your head. We want to say to you here that he has brought your family peacefully. He has brought your family to demand your government. It is your constitutional right. So we want to salute you for that. Also, we want to remind President Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Parvis, if no other student movement, if no other conscious movement in this country will speak to issues, the revolutionary avant-garde for Venezuela line of the state where you're positive will stand with the masses of our people. This is the people's movement. This is the party that proves the people's trust. So we want to say to you that the revolutionary avant-garde for Venezuela line of the state where you're positive always answer the call of the people. He has marched, he has taken an oath to defend and protect the rights of peaceful citizens. He will make sure that whenever the project is being called,
I don't want him to play because I have to respect the flag of the government and
We don't want trust. We don't want trust. We don't want trust. Say no more trust. We don't want 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 trust.
It's the collaborator of this regime. It's one for the three. In 2023, there's no way that will push the fucking oil right here by raiding arrogance, by raiding some of the Liberian people that they see the public government won the election in first round. Whereas the result was different from that. This is the same year party regime that go to pay general read up back with the National Election Commission. We want to say to you, the revolutionary African President Alliance of the State University stand against that appointment routinely. And we will demand, we want to use this media to call upon all international partners. We want to use this media to call upon the Great Britain. We want to use this media to call upon the U.S. Embassy. We want to use this media to call upon all of our international partners. That Mr. Joseph Boakai and Jeremiah Parvis do not mean well for the Liberian people. He has marched that the Liberian people are suffering on this kind of heated and perfect society. President Joseph Boakai came from Turkey, went in his son's nightclub to go and smoke shisha. Joseph Boakai, President Joseph Boakai, who once told us in the genesis of this year 2026 that shisha was bound. President Joseph Boakai do not care for you. Do not care for your children. Do that here for the ordinary people. President Joseph was being seen live on camera. The journalists are here. They can be able to attest to that. President Joseph was seen live on camera in his own network while people were half naked. How can President Joseph reduce the presidency to a network? These are questions you should be asking yourself. In an environment where we are talking about $19 million worth of protein, President Joseph got killed for talking and told you guys, I care less about your suffering. I care less about your sorrows. You have come here to pray to petition President Joseph Baka. But President Joseph Baka have left you here and he's on his way to bombing country. Why is President Joseph Baka in front of the poor people? Why is this party regime for the protest? The protestation was the bare rock of the party from the Yama position. Why now? Why now? Comments, you know why protest in the party to power was based on protestation. It was based on consistent protestation. Why is it now that the party regime for the protest? It's just the right of you, the ordinary citizen. So what the citizen do not be intimidated. Do not be worried. The government will come here today to receive our petition. We want to say to you, if the government want to come here, we the ordinary people will remain here. Whether we or Sean, we will remain here. We want to say to our mothers, we want to say to you, we have to pack. That's the reason why you go to Weion market, you go to Omega market, you go to Waterside market to sell your pillar balls, to sell your peppers, to sell your okras, to send out to school. That's the reason why we come to speak to you. So we want to say to you, salute. Salute our mothers. We got your back. We want to say to the Solidarity of Church for a new day, we are here. We are here. The revolutionary avant-garde protestant alliance of the University is here to stand with the Liberian people. We are not here for wackiness for us. We are here for wackiness for the Liberian people. This is a revolutionary cause. And we cannot betray, we cannot forsake the cause of our people. That's the reason why we progress here today. As the issue of a $19 million job, we want to fight upon the government. We want to fight upon the government to be shielding the Liberian people. Because we understand this government is not shielding the job issue. Because there are big hands and big faces that have been caught in the cookie job. We can go ahead. We can go ahead and name those people who are allegedly being named as suspects in this $19.2 million drug cocaine saga. The likes of the past president Jeremiah Kanku, the likes of Sekou Hassan Dukle for MPA, the likes of President Tomo, the police director, the likes of Piago, the 3-year prof. They are involved. They are involved. We want to say to the Liberian people that he has money, have not come to get their answer. We will call their name, and we are calling their name to say to them that they should come to us to buy information to us. They should answer to us. We cannot say that big hands and big churches are not involved when you are not giving the Liberian people the necessary information and the necessary clarity that they need. So if money cannot provide names for us, we will call our own needs. We will call our needs. The names that we know are the names that we are calling right now to you. So we are here. I want to say to you, we are here. We are not going nowhere. Long live the struggle of the mass of our people. Long live. Long live the Liberian people. Long live. Long live Solidarity of Church for Another. Long live. Long live all progressive forces. Long live. Long live the revolutionary avant-garde president and I will see what you're going to long live. I look at this struggle continue. Thank you very much.
So we are here. We are here.
arrested by the state security due to information given to them. The 19 electors were arrested by the security due to intelligence. Names are coming up.
So there's a call to open the alley. There's a call to open the alley for the smooth flow of traffic. So we are
Can we get off this area? The police. All right.
You saw just a day ago they arrested for the command.
For the Massaquoi.
If the citizen, I don't want to describe him as a government official who has to do a to be alleged that the man gets confirmatory statement.
The man assassinated his carriage.
So yes. So how can you arrest a man like nothing. So was the other man, and so the government was not for intimidating.
Y'all rabbit out here.
So why does the roll in the protest?
And the government thinks that she can hijack our in a country. We want to say that in as much that majority of the Nigerian people will not come on the basis of intimidation because the government is on record of killing them. The government is on record of killing people. The first intimidation and fear tactics all democratic tenants that the assembly was to get to this. And the process was that it was meant to intimidate and fear who be.
Are you already intimidated by
I said, I didn't know that. I'm not
What message do you bring for the office of the student that is entertained to this protest?
So we have come to expose the government. We have come, as you can see, put the camera on there, please. They are intimidating us. Put the camera on there. Put the camera on there. Since we came here, there has been no agitation with them. They are the ones trying to push on. At the end of the day, they will take their gun and they don't know the arrest. And when they arrest, the American will retaliate. So he has made the people and attempt to make one arrest will retaliate. And attempt to make one arrest better will retaliate.
But they are saying that you should go back for the
the protester cannot get you. And you are saying a circumference of the protest. And you say that you be free from for sacking. Who does that? So they are doing this to undermine the protest. Just you for the protester. You divert all of the cars, you detour all of the cars to Canada, but you see that you take out with that person. So you have to say, oh, come on, tell right and bust the car.
Where your ride start is where another man rides begin.
Yes. But it does not happen either from the money. You have the right to move out around the protest. So the peaceful citizens and those who are freedom protesters, not the problem of freedom protest, it depends on the government and the protesters. Protesters become peaceful, but the action of the government can lead them to violence. So you cannot have protesters and peaceful citizens party with a property, you putting them together. So the one place on the big flag, who the protesters are police here. Were you part of the team that met with the Justice Ministry with regard to this protest? And what was the discussion? And we said we are moving to the second marshal. But the police RG said that there should be no protest at the grounds of the executive marshal. We are here to defy that. We are here to defy that. We are waiting for amendment.
Another protester
said
that during the agreement, it was all agreed that no protester would be moved to the ground of the mansion. She said, follow the police right up. He even debunked the IG of that. He debunked the IG. But what I want to say, if the government thinks that she's clever, if the government thinks that she's clever, that she has been able in your mind, she has been able to control protests in the form of intimidation. The first intimidation they did was integer. From that day onward, 60% of the Liberian people are now wanting to get involved in protests. 60%. So you do the competition.
The body also talking about when came and King George is in what
that is our analysis of the government. The government sent a signal that any protester that will go against the government of two things will be shoot or wounded in your tear or be shoot to kill.
I'm very happy.
That's the message. So the next thing I have the students here. Students here, the student unification parties, all the guys. So which government has not been able to allow that segment of the society to protest peacefully. That is the tactics of the government. And that tactics is leading towards us. That's the signal. So I saw on many platforms that this government is not willing to give up power and can't follow the now. Put me on record.
What is the fate of the opposition comes for the 29?
Yeah, but they start and that goes to them. I'm doing analysis.
I'm saying the people consistent agitation. So the witnesses have organized the protest and federal and street to the creator of the system.
The people that storm like this, they will see that.
The people. We say to you, the few courageous people, the few courageous young people that decided to stand up today. You decided to do that because you want a future for your children that trust will not permit the society. You want a future for your children.
Now I'm bringing you for a look. A passing look. We are bringing you.
The message As long as the police officers issue the bill, when you are beyond the law.
So we are still here. We are still here on the grounds of the Capitol Hill. We are still here. LMB posted. So the executive marshal entrance has been barricaded with police. Yeah.
Yeah? All the people are here, you go and start to the border. So you have to begin the protection and you go to the border. That will be all up for us because our land.
They're saying that you guys want the president to come. So if the president will come, what are you guys going to do?
Tomorrow, you will be here.
Imposed as in the Student Unification Party.
Martin, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change, yes we can. And I, George, we have said, power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens,
get ready for a historic gathering of unity, leadership, and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC-USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention. Now set from July 29 to August the 2nd in the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue, CDC USA leadership elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Atty. Janga A. Cole, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tier Wanto, Mrs. Welamida Sedita, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kabab, Councillor Gamonde Clinton, Civicus Basigia, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manawiya, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including D-Tweah, Takun J, Leto Abraham Moibab, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW, will spice the honoring nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC USA and Boxer, with FIFA World Best George Manawiya leading the CDC USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. is happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia. Be a part of the movement, be a part of the vision, be a part of the future. For more information, contact your local CDC USA chapter or follow official CDC USA platform at www.cdc.usa.org or contact the convention committee at 301-383-6874. CDC USA Convention 2026. Here we come, renewing for results.
Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change, yes we can. And I, George, we have said, power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens,
get ready for a historic gathering of unity, leadership, and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention, now set from July 29 to August the 2nd, in the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue, CDC USA leadership elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony, featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Atty. Janga A. Cole, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tier Wanto, Mrs. Welamida Sedita, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kaba, Councillor Gamonde Clinton, Civicus Basigia, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including Tweah, Takun J, Little Abraham Moibab, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW will spice the honorary nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC USA and Boxer, with FIFA World Best George Manawia leading the CDC USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. Is happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy, His Excellency.
Sends a message that government is hiding something. So this is the part of an extended exception that government is concluding with So we told you before to come to the question that the police director who lied yesterday that there were protesters that were involved in distributing forced level down by the Minister of Information, also saying the fact that protesters were now, what do you see? I come in. So what do you see? What do you see? No, instead, our highly qualified experts, private protesters, apprehended the individual that was armed.
Where was anyone apprehended?
Around in the central belt.
Okay.
In the crowd, he was just next to him. So whatever he was, but the fact that government accused protesters of
Why?
You were resisting arrest. You are resisting detention. And I see that he was competent. He was welcome. And he was right in the proximity of protesters. Next to me. So our crack was expressed in that have allowed any harm to be committed by this individual against his citizens, even against myself. So the gun was confiscated, and I took it and reached over the police attorney. I go about him. But it that of course it is.
So there is a concern.
And yes, and the figures like done now on state actors that lie is we absolutely the top people amongst us that will cause chaos and mayhem and then lie on
the there's a concern.
Where the strength over to state actors to the appropriate
on the nature of forensic, on the nature of forensic.
Running away and it's been bombing, that leaves us wondering as to how committed he is to listen to the cries of the people. And so without going to pursue it bombing countries in the local population, we expected that we respect his employees, respect the company's hospital, they can receive the petition. But that is not going to happen. So not going to take guns and go shoot it.
So my concern is the forensic of the gun. My concern is the forensic of the gun. You hear the gun in your hand, and you say you're expecting to capture this gun. And we are told by forensic that any object that is touched multiple times, you fled the hand. So how do we justify that the gun that was arrested?
I mean, I don't want to firearms. I don't build. I don't have firearms. I don't have registered weapons. And the gun in question, I believe I see the number.
Okay.
It's coded. Every weapon is coded. So I'm coming. So it's coded. So investigators will simply take delivery of the weapon and we announce according to the public.
Do you have the calling? Do you have the calling?
We already is there. We have already documented the incident, and I think social media is now alleged of the incident. So we will leave that one investigated. But it was within our language to ensure that no harm was caused in the protest, and the people that constitute danger will be put in every day that, and we very transparently announce that residents happy and that the firearm is headed and
the government material actually has a backup to deny the situation.
Our demand is that which is our central demand, there should be an independent investigator and we also use this medium to call upon the government of the United Kingdom to promote and give to allegations being thrown around by the government of Nigeria through the police inspector has made the UK a part of its narrative. They've been making references to individuals in the UK that the claims are made to the drugs now, and we are yet to see any public confirmation of the information provided by the police inspector. So transnational drug trafficking is international now. That has no problem. So if individuals or individual traffickers are trafficking drugs trying to use by illegal as a hub, and that the final destination appears to be the United Kingdom as alleged by the Liberian government, then the United Kingdom has to take it very seriously and speak to this issue and possibly collaborate with other international partners to take measures, whether it's visa restrictions, whether it's targeted sanctions, or at least to support the call for the investigative process that will establish the opportunity for the Atlantic individuals involved and who get to account for the $2 billion that may end up in British community, British neighborhoods. I think like young children, school children that are susceptible to drugs. So we think this needs to be very seriously by the international community, especially the United Kingdom, to come up and speak to the narrative of the which indicts people in the UK. Continue to step up the pressure from one stage to the other until the existence of the top economic bureaucratic process is dismantled until the alleged existence of the drug cartel is dismantled break by break. The question is, there's no one here that is accepting the president and legislators. They are not around. Respect of those who are still active and with grievances expressed to the take for granted. In the same way, Liberian government actors in the 80s took for granted the aspirations of student groups, civil society institutions, and the Liberian people. What do they culminate into? They culminated into a civil crisis in 1989. Are we going to be praying for civil war? No, we don't think anything just because the prevalence of the civil crisis. But remember, we are in a region where extremism has become very pervasive, very prevalent. West Africa now has become the center or the epicenter of extremism in the world. And so you don't want to play with the aspirations, the governing aspirations, the bread and butter needs of the people, and issues of drug trafficking, because drug trafficking could be a source of revenue to extremist groups that have destabilized other countries like Nigeria, like Mali, Burkina Faso. Even Guinea now has been was prone to a military junta takeover that has just transitioned down to the democratic group. So all of these different factors and variables favor the existence of the drug cartel that lend money to terrorist or extremist groups. So that's why we are calling on the government to take very seriously this unfortunate tragedy of drug trafficking that appears to be entrenched in the governance architecture. Now, if the government doesn't do anything about it, we're going to keep pressing. But we don't know what others will do. We can speak our actions that will always be peaceful. But you live in a region that is polarized, that has become the center of extremism. You have close to 60 or more thousand Burkinabes in the jungles of Nimba and Nigeria as contractors. Who knows what they are doing there? Who knows what they might do? We have a porous border. We have a border where our border appears to have been compromised. Why just about that sleeping, allowing the Guineans to take the part of our land? Nothing happened. So we are actually living at a time where I feel Liberia is confronted with clear and present danger, and that there's a need to curtail the rise of drug trafficking, which will not be possible if transnational traffickers are at the top echelon of the government and have been shielded by the government that is eager to arrest and beat drug suppliers and drug users in the communities, where the suppliers at the top echelon government level are giving license and visa operating. That's a tragedy and a disgrace.
It is. Are you disappointed that your petition was not given? Are you disappointed?
If he chooses not to be here, that's up to him. It speaks to his lack of respect for the people.
Are you disappointed?
Power. We will always do what we're doing, and as a matter of fact, whether he's here or not, I'm speaking to the radio. To you. You are respected journalists that are taught to be here. You have international press persons. So others that are much more powerful than him, we're listening. We're hearing our petition. We're listening. We're hearing our petition, and actions will be taken. So he would rather come and receive a petition from his people to avoid some of the measures that may calm down on the country internationally that is considerable for our economic growth than to stay away and ferment international actions that might be very detrimental to the whole governance entry. So for us, we are civil rights actors, we are agents of change. We'll always be around to do this thing. We will never be disappointed by the actions of Boakai. I mean, not coming here is one of the least things Boakai can do. He has done a lot of things. He has killed protesters. He has broken down the homes of poor people. He said on alley, whereas he said they own the alley in rehab, and he has become very corrupt. He has built a $10 million home for that is a China who can be under this practice art, and he is committing crimes that are true egregious and he can speak to on this national platform. And so we are never, Boakai does not have this to disappoint me, okay? Because we are serious, we are courageous, we always need to stay in the I think.
Aside from stand, I don't know exoneration.
Mobake Molu granting a lengthy interview, speaking on a wide range of issues, why his petition has not been submitted, and as according to him, the land that the president is not in the city, rather he is on his farm in Bomi County. According to him, the president is being insensitive to the plight of the Liberian people for leaving what appears to be a crucial situation and left for Bomi County to sit on a farm on a Friday. So the government, the legislature itself, you understand, closed yesterday a session. So there are lots to consider here in terms of who receives the petition from the protesting group here. So the music playing is a popular music. It was played on June 7th, 2019 protest. So this music was produced during the regime of Mana Johnson Salif. Now it has turned out to be a protest song by Takunje. So we have no copyright to this song playing. So food has arrived for the protesters, sharing food.
Yeah, priest. Can you hear me? Yeah, follow us on the Palava Hut. Salute to everybody. July 17, 2026.
Sorry, Jake, for intruding, but you will take over for now while I deal with some other issues behind the background, and then I will join you. Thank you.
Okay, follow us. Salute to everybody. Respect to the followers here. Because of you people, we are doing these things. The narrative is changing. Believe me or believe it. The narrative is changing. Yeah, you honor the Palava Hut. Thank you to all the followers for sharing. Sharing is free.
So
You
these are
have to
members
share this
of
video.
the Joint Security.
You know, today is the July 17, 2026. In Liberia, sustained protests led by Molu and his colleagues. You have to share this video. I know on different social media, online, news online, you people are monitoring the situation in our country. They have that right, that constitutional right to protest. It's a bind in our constitution, free speech, all these things are in our constitution. No matter how no matter what, your affiliation, your political alignment, you are bound by the constitution. If you want to protest, you protest for the government to hear your plea. Probably sometimes protests help for the government to improve. If you criticize the government, you tell them what you want. If you had a real government that care for the people, the president will reflect and go back his drawing board and listen to the Liberian people. I mean, remind followers, the Unity Party or the CPP during George Weah time, they had the highest protest in Liberian history since 1847. Everywhere they were protesting. The same group of people that in power today, they were protesting the country. Everywhere. Bali lay down here, electricity go on the other side. Anything happen in the country. Protest was out of the day on George Weah for 6 good years until the top of the government, until they changed, until the government changed him. They spread the narrative. The propaganda was on steroid. They want you seeing Baka Unity Party having a free ride. Seriously, they're having a free ride. My question I ask Liberians, probably some people ask, oh, why are these people protesting? They have the right to protest. And you must ask the same question to yourself. You shouldn't be biased. That's the problem I hate with the Liberian people. A lot of Liberians are very biased. They are hypocrite. The people use protests as order of the day on George Weah. And they protested in the country. You remember one of the famous protests, the $16 billion missing money, the missing money protest that was debunked later on. They protested, they told the president to step down. They carried petition to the executive mansion. Over how many thousands of people wait on the executive mansion, asking the president to come for petition, not knowing they had terrible people in that crowd were planning to take the president down. Bless the president at that time. He never came outside to take the petition. And the same way too, a lot of protests are being held on Joseph Boakai. The same way Joseph Boakai cannot come to the people to receive the petition. So this is not a new thing. It been existing in our culture, in our country. So nobody should put politics inside this. It's allowed to happen. It's they had a constitutional right to this country because they did the same thing on George Weah. So the ball is in that court. The world is watching. You're watching the RG and the security apparatus, different social media outlets carrying it around the world, media institution, probably member of the diplomatic corps, various embassy in the country carrying it and monitoring the situation. So it left with the Boakai government, that the people protest, receive that plea, and work towards it, and change him, and change what you can change for the country, because you told the people you came to rescue. So followers, we are here. Once again, I told you people you have to share this video. Sharing is free. Thank you for everything you people have been doing for the Palava Hut. You've been sharing our video. I said before, This on the Palava Hut is not a propaganda channel. Though we have our side, we'll be really blunt that we don't sugarcoat. We have our side. We choose our side. Left for you to choose your own side. If you're independent, then you compare Boakai and Joshua. Then you make your decision. A question I'm always asking Liberians: are you people better off now than the 6 years of Joshua? That's the most famous question I always ask. Be sincere to yourself. You have your family, you have your children. Your destiny lies in your own hand. Are you people better off now than the 6 years of Joshua? That's the question everybody should answer in the country. You're living in the country. You saw and you witnessed the 6 years of Joshua. No matter how, even COVID took place in the country. And now, 2 years of COVID, the whole world locked down. So if you want to really be sincere, Georgia had like 4 years to deliver the proper agenda to the Liberian people. If you really want to be sincere, the Constitution giving 6 years, but COVID took the whole world by storm. Everywhere was locked down. Europe was locked down for 2 years. America was worse. Asia, China, and other places. It was a whole global situation. Nobody was actually doing business with each other. People were minding their own business, focusing on their country, to take care of that country and their citizens. So if you really want to be sincere, sure you have 4 years totally to achieve what you achieved today. So make the comparison now with the Unity Party. I always say the Unity Party has 15 years, going to 16. Ellie was there for 12 good years. Then Joseph Boakai, now he was vice president. So this is not a new situation. He was vice president under Ellen Johnson Sally. The same Unity Party continued. So he's there for 3 years and a half. Going next year we'll go to 4 years. This July 26th, coming is our biggest day, our birthday. Liberia be turning 179 years old, the oldest independent nation in Africa and in the West African region. So we'll be turning 179. So old age problem since 1847 to now. Leaders upon leaders are coming in our country. Be sincere. You witnessed a lot of leaders. You were there. The winner V.S. Totman, winner Arrow Turbo Jr., all these leaders that came to power. Don't forget about the Barclay time. Probably the Barclay time was great parents. But be sincere. All the leaders that took the mantle of authority to you, who fingerprint you can really notice in the country? Or do they have different policy? Or do they have different agenda? Totman had the open door port. Whether V.S. Totman ruled the country for 27 plus years. A lot of time, low population. On the Totman were 1.some million people. Let's say 1.8 or 2 million. Vast resources. The global industrialized nation were building a lot of time. So they needed our resources, like the iron ore, the rubber, and the timber, the 3 major resources. So Totman them 27 good years, the less population, 1.8 million to 2 million. They ruled the country for 27 years. Imagine. He used to go to neighboring country the Côte d'Ivoire, you should meet with the late Boakai, you should go to Nairobi, meet with Jomo Kenyatta, all these people. When they hired him in Kenya, I think everybody heard about the Mau Mau Society, the OAU. All these people taught me well. He ruled Liberia for years, but in matching with all the vast resources and less population at that time. He never developed the country. We never had rules connecting our country. In matching 27 plus years. They were only doing things right in Monrovia, in Massaquoi County. He ruled the country. Billions of dollars. Our natural resources. And then foreign partners. He had an open door policy. He ruled the country. When Aratobo Jr. was vice president on his watch. So the two-way party was a one-party system. It continued. When he fell ill and passed away, then Tobo King, he brought his own agenda. Total involvement higher high. That was told with Tobo Jr. on let's say, equate that statement. Total involvement higher high. Everybody when we get involved for us to achieve higher high. Liberian, we ever achieve that higher high? We ever achieve it? Talking about the open door policy. Now you talk about chinship. Other than what the man, there were two-way party people, but he had his own agenda. He was vice president when he came to power. He brought total involvement higher high. Today we are 179 years old. Our deposit, our natural resources, other than don't take it from me, you must do your own research. I'll tell Liberians here every day, nobody should fool you people. Our three major natural resources are all been depleted. I will let me go emphasize what I'm saying. The Swedish American company you call Lamco, that were doing the money issue, the money business, the way Mita still taking over now. Liberians, a lot of people, maybe parents was not yet born. Our natural resources, the Swedish American company, Lamco, they took that iron ore when the industrialized nation were building. They operated that mine for how many? For over 50 plus years. For over that, maybe 60 plus years. And I always tell people here, mineral are finished. Mineral don't grow. As a lot of countries around the world that call her a lot of great deposit for them. Mineral are finished. Mineral don't grow. So they took away our mineral. A lot. And today, nothing they can show. Nothing we can show. They raped the nation over. Then look at the timber industry. Our timber industry, where you can say lodging, we get a lot of lodging company in the country. The person I will speak, someone illegal lodging in the country. The Civil War destroyed our timber industry. I will break it down for Liberians. When Charles Taylor brought the Liberians in the group, when they brought the Liberian Civil War, he took greater part of Liberia. He took all these timber places. He started to, because it was a rebel government. He's one in charge. He is in control. Illegal man logging, breaking company from Malaysia, from other places, Indonesia, all these people from different worlds of it, from different countries to have our piece of cake. because he wanted to lodge and sell these things and arm his government, his rebel group. And where they made vast majority of that money. So the guy destroyed our forests. The timber industry was a billion dollar industry. So they destroyed all our forests. According to statistics, as you cut one tree, you plant over 6-7 trees. Because it takes many years for trees to grow to be big as a law, to make it like, to have it like law. It can take like 30, 20 some more years. Liberians. So they destroyed our forests. And they never plant trees because they were doing illegal lodging. Because Taylor them wanted they catch very fast, no procedure. Nobody can do anything to them. So they destroyed our forests. And to buy arm and ammunition. Imagine, Liberians, you know what I'm talking about. To support your rebel group, you need arm and ammunition. And arm is one of the most expensive business in the world. It's the #1 expensive business in the world. The arm business, the arm dealing all in the world. You can remember vividly how a Russian oligarch called Victor Bout, they call him the merchant of death from Russia. He was an arm dealer working in collaboration. The videos are there. Facts. Working collaboration with when you hear about Bana in the situation, he was working. Bana was as a middleman because he was on the child state side. He was working with this man. And why you see American sanction Bana because he was doing business with the Russian arm dealer called Victor Bout. Facts. Bringing arm in the country, selling arm. And while the sanction came, you can really remember the American sanction came on Bana because they were doing business with the Russian oligarch called Victor Bout. The Victor Bout was in American prison recent time. But the Joe Biden government, they swapped him for a basketball, female basketball Granell. Because they arrested her in Russia for drugs whatsoever the Russian claimed. She was in prison. And Victor was in American prison for many years. Biden and Putin have to offer swap deal. I had the free the Russian oligarch, the Victor Buga with the female basketball, Granell. I had they did that swap deal. Now present as we speak is in Russia. So he was the armed dealer. Bana was working with this particular guy. They brought the Liberians. They did everything to bring the Liberians safe water. How they destroyed our forests today, our industry. I want to tell Liberian people, don't believe no politician. Make your own research. They will lie to you. They will cajole you. That while we're struggling in the country, our resources are depleted, seriously depleted. The iron ore, the timber, and the gold. And naturally, without the hell of gold in Africa, Sevelos even better than us. We get few gold and diamond, but we get that vast quality of gold. I remember when Montpellier came to lie to the Liberian people because they were in the money against challenging. They were in the energy industry, money, they say, Liberia get the whole total deposit, our natural resources, $1.7 trillion. First of all, I asked Raymond P. I said, you know what they call $1.1 trillion? You know what they call $1 trillion? You know what they call $1 trillion? Then he said the whole our deposit, everything, the iron ore, the rubber, the timber, rubber part, all of them depleted. Now the Liberian people, you're not get food. You're living in the Western, you're living all around the world. People recycling now. Imagine again, recycle like toilet. This recycling food. Everything been recycled. We in a new world order. It's a new day now. Not like these days in that 40, 50 years ago. Now you can talk about that argument. Imagine urine, toilet, they are recycling this thing to bring different product outside. Garbage, then they are recycling garbage. The food that we eat, they want you to throw away, they are recycling this thing. Every great nation, they're recycling different company. So nobody should fool you people. They lie too much in the corridor. No, we are broke nation, broke country, poor country. That's the problem. Like when the question I will ask you, we're not having like 15 or 18 different resources. The other country, the Guinea, they get bauxite, different things. Then the Nigeria, they get everything. They get oil. They get all these things. There, they get all these things. We are only blessed with 3 major resources, and all of you read about it. Nobody playing the matching one in our country. Nobody. Boakai, I remember Boakai man on podium. He said they discovered new mineral, different mineral. Like when people. The World Unity Party really struggling. And we discover new mineral, as the president said. Magnesium, all these things you were naming, zinc, all these lies they were naming to play on the Liberian people. Then you will tell me they will not bring investors then now to start doing something for us, start getting money. No, we don't have that money. That's why today we are begging the international community. We are import-based country, import-based. So nobody should fool you. Nobody should come on. So no politician should lie to you. They're not playing they're not playing the matching one. The country is tough. Seriously hard everywhere that corner. The old leaders of that nation, they destroyed that nation. The old age problem. They were putting it on a small man they call George Weah. Because we live in a social media era now. He couldn't play the matching one. He was doing his best at that time with his lack of the connection that he had. But they told you people that the country was better off, or it would not be better on him. But see, now we're going to 4 years on the smart people now that rule the country for many years. Imagine like when Ellie came to the table. Ellie was sitting as an economic guru. He for the Western world. The Liberian people poor in power, her vision lost. So you won't tell me all the resources you people claiming we have, all the billions, all the trillions of dollars, Tweah talking about. So where are they today? On her watch, nothing developed, nothing happened on Ellie for 12 good years. You can name a project on 5 fingers. So Liberian, nobody should fool you. The only worry, I will not lie to you people, is the next generation. The next generation will suffer more than us. You know why? We're having a social media era now. Imagine AI 2-3 years from now. AI will crumbs in everything, will be the bare rack of the world. And AI is the bare rack of the world. How much people making from content? How much Liberian engaging to content? To say we are making millions of dollars. Nobody should fool you in Nigeria. All that Nigerian content creators, then you don't see that some of them, they're not making what they're making, are packaging. Seriously packaging. Let me tell you, Liberian people, you might not be gullible. A social media will give everybody $1 million. Then everybody will be on social media. Nobody will work. Let me tell you, you shouldn't be fooled. I say people not making money from content. People making money from content. But the question you must ask yourself, how long will the content continue for people to make money? It will fade away. They have MySpace. They have all these things and all that they fade away. AI will knock out the Facebook. Let me tell you today, a lot of technology will come, it will crumble over. They have MySpace and they have different. You can ever see MySpace anymore? They will get another things that they will invent. I want meta and marketing changing to different things and now. Nobody should fool you. When content was the greatest order of the day, nobody will work in the Western world. They play when they pay. You know who paying all these content creators? Let me tell you, I will give you an example. The world richest man now, Elon Musk, he get X. what they call Twitter. He can pay you. So either we worth almost trillions of dollars now. Some people say trillion, you get went to trillion, but you know the market can flow down sometime. TikTok from China, originally TikTok from China. And Facebook owned by Mike. Instagram owned by him. I think probably WhatsApp, all of them owned by him. How much they will be paying?
I know.
So then if we're having almost 7 billion people plus on this planet. When everybody was doing content, he will even go broke. So nobody actually be carried away, that packaging, all that social media thing is not paying. If you find your job, stay on your job. Work. Probably you can do your social media thing for your extra money. And living in the Western world, where social media paying, but how much people are getting rich? You have to be celebrated before you get all these followers. They probably, yes.
Sure.
So if you're not celebrated like the Ronaldo thing, yeah, they own YouTube, they get $1 billion, they get 1 billion followers, yeah. Besides all these things, YouTube also cut taxes. The phone, let me tell you, as you recharge your phone to scan anybody's video, they will take they will take like that recharge you charging to listen to the internet, on the internet. People having cutting that money you put there. They get different cents going to different people. People not educating your own thing. They just lying to you. They just lying to you. The man group in America. When they say they're making so much money on social media, it's also a lie. When they say they're not making money, they're making small money. I dare them to lead a job.
To be able to take care of them and to be able to take care of. And you are right, my brother Jay. You know, you said something about the mineral. And that's why we continue to say to our people that you must wake up to the reality. Because the thing is, mineral is something that can depreciate. Mineral is something that can vanish. It can wear away. Like take for example, a few years ago, Liberia, we boasted of being one of the most vibrant nations in terms of rubber production. Where we are today, we have lost that space. Nobody should lie to you. We have lost that space. Now we have Brazil. We have other countries that are dealing in rubber. So every country mineral needs to be wisely used, wisely, extracted,
protected,
and protected so as to benefit the people. But look at what happened yesterday. I'll give you an example. There were years, I remember during the Taylor regime, back in the early 90s. Do you know that Liberia law was very, very needed on the war market? Yes, Liberia law was needed. And do you know that it was the logging industry that even helped to sustain the government of how you call President Taylor? Maybe some of you don't know. It was the logging industry that helped to sustain that government. But at the end of the day, today, where we are, you cannot even boast of a large quantity of logs. So this is to tell you that, okay. Sorry. So this is to tell you that the minerals that we have, these things depreciate.
Yes.
If you need there to say, yeah, we wait. People, do you know how people exploited or people took away those minerals and gave it for a cheap cost? Today, what is happening? We are no longer having those, how you call, one would say, laws.
And follow up before Prince can quick. I break something down here. I told you people, a salad meter, or we can call meter stew. They close by me here. The headquarters, you can do your own findings. The headquarters is in Luxembourg. Right here, one small country within the European Union. A rich country, very rich, but get less population, Luxembourg. I remember way back, Liberia was visa on arrival to Luxembourg. Liberian. We used to come there with service passport. The red book, Liberian. Right in the middle here, small country. So they got some offshore base and other things. Well, visa on arrival with our red service passport. We have the service passport. We used to come to Luxembourg. People used to take Sabina, KLM, all these cities that they used to come. This is the headquarters of Luxembourg. This is the headquarters of the Meta Steel family. They guys there from Pakistan, India, all these group of guys there. Mr. Meter there. Liberia, you'll be surprised. The company, the whole company, the Metal Steel group of company, they are steel company, but not the biggest steel company in the world, probably the second or the third steel company in the world. The company of Liberians, followers, they worth $100 billion. The whole company, in our chicken change, 100 billion with a B, and what Metal Steel worth. But ask yourself, our natural resources, the iron ore, how much they pay to the Liberian government? I will call it chicken change. I blew alarm before. Once upon a time, I told Jeremiah Kuhn, when Jeremiah Kuhn were in the Senate on Ways and Means. They were in the Senate on Ways and Means. He said, nobody can take Metal Steel to court. I said, what kind of dummy country is that? The Metal Steel get a lot of cases within the European Union. One of that brother was arrested in the Balkans for fraud. Seriously, Liberians are doing, do your own research and finding. Metal Steel, one of his brother was arrested in the Balkans for fraud. They get a lot of cases on the European Union for shady deeds. Then these guys, they will come and they will come and play on a global nation, a society, a fragile society. We're a fragile nation now. If I'm not making mistake, I think that contract, Metal Steel contract was signed on Judy Bryant. If I'm not making, I think that they play only because Judy Bryant was interim or something. They were not stable government at that time. So they got to go to places where they can play on people. As your fragile nation, they come. They will give you offer. You cannot refuse that kind of offer because why? You want for your people to live. You want to do some things then. So I believe they signed that contract on Judy Bryant for 20-some more years. Reality. I think early they came to, then they echo it. But the sound of chicken change. Imagine our deposit. Our great deposit. The biggest deposit, the iron ore. Metal Steel and Sasala Metal, they never even signed over $700 million contract with us. They don't even reach billion Liberians. Imagine your thing little bit. The company that worth $100 billion, billion would it be? Then you're getting your deposit, you're getting your iron ore. For many, many years, they don't even sign a billion dollar deal with you people. See how our people living in Basel, in Nima County, in the kind of shanty, in the modern era. In the modern era here, where kind of misshaped horses, they continue park horses there. In this era, you can take them. If you see the agreement and they don't worry about the agreement, you take them to court. They get a lot of court in here. They get the RCC, they get the European court in here, different court. You can bring them. You take some lawyer in Liberia, you find a lawyer in Europe here. How much damage Asylum Meter will pay to the country? Because all the obligations get the paperwork. All the obligations, all the things they sign, they're not doing it. Our people in all kind of ugly houses, no medical facility. All these things they promise the Liberian people. But they want to renew them. Then the Boakai government want, because I think that they will be expired in the Boakai time. I will tell people the Unity Party, they shouldn't renew Metal Steel. They should have a bidding war. BIDDING, bidding war to bid for that. They get all of steel. If they don't have it, with someone else, they bring Tata Steel company to them. That can measure on with Metal Steel. They was advancing now. Then they will do a bidding war. Then Metal Steel will be forced to be dragged. They get all the leverage over Metal Steel. If you don't sign that contract, because they know you will kick them out, another company will come. Another company will come and take the race over them. So for that, then you as a country, you have a leverage over Metal Steel. Don't renew that contract. This is some of men sinking to the country. I sang that same song, but I sang that same song to George, but I knew If Joria could win the election, Joria will never renew metal steel. I told the former president at the Jamaican resort, I said, Mr. President, in the second term, you get second term in power. Do not renew metal steel. I'm going to do a bidding war. They get a lot of top steel company in the world that metal steel even afraid of. They don't respect him. Because the guys, I know what the guys are from outside, Liberians, they're from India and Pakistan. Look at the labor practices in this country. Billions of people in India. Billions of people. It's a populated place. So they don't respect these kind of things then. They don't respect good labor practice. They don't do that bullshit in Europe yet. Because you follow the European law. But most of our legislators have been compromised, especially those from Nima County, where the deposits actually located. You sort of get a part of that apple. You sort of be dunking on metal steel. But the whole legislature for Nima County caucus, including the vice president, where claim is saying come from that lane, you sort of be very tough on the metal steel, because that's the foundation, that's the future generation, that's the hope for the generation that will come beyond us. So you don't play with your pepper bush, you don't play with your cake. Don't let metal steel to put sand in the cake. They already putting sand in the cake. They just saffooning you people. Imagine your deposit, you don't have even $1 billion from them. So promises they're making. They worth $100 billion. The CEO alone, Mr. Mita, he alone as CEO, beside the company, he worth $100 million. How long to build school, Mr. Mita? How long to build massive hospital? I think what we're doing in Europe here, we need to go take protests in the Mita Sea compound. Put eye on them. Put the European Union, put eye on them. But we don't need a government approval. We need I told Liberians, we have a lot of money offside. Lot of money. I said it before to the former president. That Liberians don't know about. Different form. A lot of people were stepping on this kind of money. Liberians get millions of dollars outside of the country. Because government change now. Government change, so they will never come to the table. Especially another one again, our maritime. Another area again, let me take you people there, Liberian people. I'm a whistleblower. I know all these statistics. I'm a financial whistleblower. As our maritime. It's $1 billion. The maritime is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The world maritime, probably $1 trillion industry, $1 to $1 trillion industry. With the seconds in the world maritime of every ship around the world fly the Liberian flag. How much you getting? Liberians, chicken change. Earlier reported to you all before. I blew that whistle. That one of my greatest wishes I would never regret. I would never regret from blowing. Earlier, we're telling the Liberian government, the Liberian people, the Liberian government, the Liberian people, they were receiving $25 million a year while a chicken change. $1 billion to $1 trillion industry. Panama was the first. Then we second to Panama. Panama received over how many million? Over $400 million for the whole maritime industry. Then Liberia, it was Safun. Imagine Liberian, the way you get football agent that can make contract deals for you. Our agent for the maritime. Imagine Liberians, they were American people. The Korean family. I blew whistle against them. Today, if you have a Liska headquarters, The agent are responsible for our maritime in the Republic of Liberia are Jake. The one that will boast because that's my credit. But nobody recognizes it. I make them to get Liska headquarters in the Republic of Liberia. Go out Eugene Nangwe. When he became, later on, he became maritime boss. I blew the whistle to the former president George Weah at the Jamaican resort. Samuel Tweah was there, Maggie was there, Bill Trier was at the port at that time. Other than they couldn't believe it. Getting the facts are getting the documents. Today, Liberians and CDC followers, nobody, down to the president, he never compensate me. I own video at the Jamaican resort when they invited everybody. I risked everything. I have whistleblower protection in Europe now, so nothing they could do to me. I know my person I had in the parliament before I did that thing. I get whistleblower protection up around the world. I imagine Liska headquarters, I make them to improve the money they were giving the government at that time. And George Weah then, the Maggie, they went to America, everybody they work after, and they had better compensation, what Ellen told them. But until now, it's not staying enough. It's not staying enough. I want to say people, money all over the world for us. Money circulating, millions of dollars deposit all outside. I get another 3 document page, I get 5-page document. Only 2 persons know about that thing. Ellen Johnson Sally, the day I say it to the war, I say to Liberia, Ellen will ask questions. She knows about it. The 86 years old former president, Ellen Johnson Sally, she stepped on it. Because she stepped on it until this day. I don't know if she won't die with it. We have Liberians get a lot of benefit outside. A lot of benefit. I told you people before Prince Camp probably will get in our topic. Let's just talk small about Liberia, where some of us know. We don't know everything. I'm not politician. No, I'm not politician. No. I'm not a journalist like that. I'm a podcaster now. Yeah. I'm not a journalist. Again, we talk on politics, social things, and other things. Because some of us do a lot of research. We read. You will never believe it, Liberians. I know American politics, even the Liberian politics. Are facts. I know American politics to my fingertip because of Donald J. Trump. The man I like and the man I support. Because of him, when he decided to run, I started following American politics until today. I'm an okra in American politics. I'm not living in America, but nobody can tell me about American politics. I know it to my fingertip. Probably you can win me a little bit on Liberian politics. I'm a new school in the Liberian politics now because we're having podcasts and other things then. But we are broke nation, Liberians. Seriously. If we're not a broke nation, why since we are turning 179, why we're not facing our country, but we're blaming all the old age problem on George Weah. George Weah cannot play the matching wine. No. If you look at it and you sit down and you relax, Liberians are old age problem. We don't even know the future generation, they will change it around. That's the fear, Liberia. As the population is growing, why you see a lot of noise in the country. A lot of time, the population was less. So they brought something they call family planning. Let me tell you how they play on the country also. They brought something called family planning. And Liberian women shouldn't give birth, they shouldn't born enough because they knew that population will grow one day. Until family planning still exists in our country. They took that idea from America. Because they believe, because I told you people, there's a video. One day I will find that video. 3rd minute were discussing the Liberian future resources that one day the thing will finish, it will be depleted. And what's happening now, we're seeing it. And you can see the crash in the nation. Another terrible thing we have done in the country again, that we need to all come together, down to the president, whosoever. The 6th year, the presidency for 6 years is too long, Liberians. It's too long. That was making a lot of noise in this country. It should be 4 years. The presidency should be 4 years. The legislature or the Liberian people need to wrap around them. They make it 6 years. Senators, 4 years. Senators 6 years. Representative 4 years. The not too long, 6 years. The representative 4 years. The same time you have in the general election, you have the representative election. It will be easy. Everybody can partake in Liberia. And after 4 years, now tell the government over. Because as you come to power, you start the ground running. No time to waste. No relax. When you relax, another people will take your space. There will be no loss in our country, and everybody will contribute. That's the biggest protest. Everybody to sink the whole country down. Everybody get involved. If Boakai want to lead legacy, the way he playing, the way he talking about, the way he interfering in the legislature, he got a puppet speaker, regime speaker. He marched along with Liberia and said, listen, if I don't do nothing, I'm an old man, I will lead a legacy. I'm not running again. Liberian people, I'm 86. I will pass it over to my Jeremiah Kuhn. But let it be from 2029 going forward. Let it be 4 years. All Liberians, every walk of the land, they will embrace that thing. It's a feeble old man. To see the legacy, other than greedy, he greedy. He 86 years old, he's still vying to become president. Why right now you feeble? To say that legacy, you already get what you have now. You 86, you're not coming into your grave. All that 4-year mansion you building, when you will enjoy that multi-million-dollar mansion you build in the real area. It's just for you living property for your children. That's why you must say, for you to enjoy that no, age play part in this war. Age play part. It happened to our parents, grandparents, parents. It happened to them. So to send a legacy that you'll be unmatched. As a farm man, visionary old man, that worked in the system for 40-somewhat plus years, vice president to early, then president of the republic, say, no, my time is over. I'm 86. I go 20 to now be 86. I will pass the torch to Jeremiah Kuhn, or I will lay it open. Now they can do that. They can democracy. They can fight over it. Who they choose. Then I will be in the background like a godfather. But the legacy I will leave on this soil, Liberia, my legislature, you amend new law. I give you 30 days to go in house, special session. Just send it to the Senate. It'll be 4 years. The presidency 4 years. The Senate 6 years. The representative 4 years. Liberia, if you're here any nurse in our country again, you're gonna give me 25 lachi. No nurse. Because let's say now, it was 4 years almost finished. Now we're preparing for another election. Every country that ran our 4 years, Ghana 4 years, Nigeria, the great America that will emulate, they are 4 years. 2028, they're having the election in America. He will be 82. 2028, Donald Trump will be 82 years old. He's not running again. 210. He had the first time before the breaking on, he come back. Probably if he having bad health, believe me, even the last year he will pass the torch to his vice president. Now, how these people operate. But we need the protest, all the protests, the real protest and the bigger protest that we're not taking to the legislature is 500,000 Liberians from all walks of life march at the Capitol building. Bring all international journalists, camera all over the place. Read the president to be part of that protest. Read the opposition leaders to be part of that protest. Say, from this going forward, we want an urgent session. We now march here for our referendum. We want our government to say 4 full years, starting from 2029. You win, you start the ground running. No loss. If you cannot make it, they will move you. You make it, retain you at 8 years. That whole group will leave. Another group come. They will start developing a country for the future generation of the Liberian people. The next Liberian, we're talking about the next people. Let me say something to you. When we came to this country newly, we have the top prime ministers here. They were planning only for 2030. They're not in the race again. They're not part of the system anymore. But these projects, these things are continuing. This is continuing in the Western world. They project 20 years, 30 years. They don't mean that they will live for all that years. They pass laws in that the next generation will come and implement these laws. The biggest protest in Liberian history should be the reducing the tenure position of the presidency, the Senate, and the representative. Everybody will take part. You can make it, they vote you out. They bring you representative to faces to govern, to do something for that district or that community or their county. There will be no laws, but you're there for 9 good years. You're reluctant. 9 years too long. You're taking taxpayer money. You don't care. That's the problem in the country. We need to change a lot of things there. A lot of things need to be changed. A lot of things need to be changed. And the 1986 Constitution was for me, I call it a racist constitution. It's a racist constitution. They need to go there and see some things in there. They take it from there. We're having serious challenges, Liberians. Me, I don't look at beyond. I don't look at just now. Beyond. Our country moving forward to challenge the global village that we are today. We are in a global village. Everybody connected now. All our countries in Africa moving forward. They're building serious infrastructure. Look at Rwanda. Rwanda only produce. Look at Rwanda mineral resources. It's not viable. They're not many. Most of the things are tea and other things there. But they're very, very intelligent, smart. They put Rwandan first. Paul Kagame put Rwanda first, building the beautiful city in one of the beautiful country now in Africa. They're not playing match. They're not better than you people. I always tell people, do not limit yourself. Liberia have negativity. That's it, one bad. And one of the things that destroying the nation, the negativity so a lot. No positivity in the Republic of Liberia. Nobody wants to see happiness. The hatred and jealousy embedded in our DNA. Chronic. It's on steroid. In facts, it's embedded in our DNA. First of all, the most fundamental, the most productive thing in life, Liberian loving, marriages and relationship. It's a bedrock of any nation. It's a bedrock of men and women to get a family. Liberian people they put hatred on it. Relationship can stay in Liberia. We're all lost in the country. They don't happen in a lot of countries. No. That's a bedrock of a nation's family value. They call it the nuclear family. If you don't have that nuclear family, a society is bound to crumble. That's why you will see crime, all these things, because the family disarranged. But in our society, negativity sells a lot. The hatred, I said, envy and hatred. It's not now, You're only seeing it because of social media era. It's just a problem long term. The hatred embedded in our DNA never started from us. First perish. It's a long history. I say, imagine the people I know, Liberians, they don't like to see relationship. Hitler's family, the relationship, no. Everybody will tear you apart. The greed. The greed. Family destroying family. Especially those in the Western world. That get somebody in Africa. Millions of people, we are also, we get everybody, the bare rack of the labyrinth economies, those are in the Western world. We spend $350 million a year from remittance, bank transfer, and other things in the country. But how they can call us? They call us December. You know what they call December? They mean division. You like it or not. The Queen statement, division, you divide us. Or Liberian, you asking them you are December because most people come for December vacation. Because they cannot leave that job and just come in the rainy season. After working, and most work company around the world, they have that break in December. So Liberian use that opportunity to come to Liberia in that December break. But the Queen us, they call it December. It means you come, you going back. Even you can't do, we asking you question in the country, when you going back, you come in your own country. Even just lie to them. Just say something. You say, oh, they deport, I get problem in America, I get problem in Europe. They send me back. Now no, they send you back. Just like your knee will circulate the whole country. They will be rejoicing that they send you back. Imagine. That's why, imagine the bare rack of the labyrinth economy, the engine of the labyrinth economy, and remainting out of that country, the country will fall flat on their face. Liberian, your process, what I'm saying, $350 million a year in the Liberian economy. I remember Liberians on George, we have data statistic facts. December, January, February, the 3 months. The amount of Liberians that enter Liberia during those times. That you get your brother, your friends, everybody. From America, from Europe, Asia, everywhere. The country was back at that time. Liberian, $100 million into the country in 3 months. 3 months, 100 million. The brother come with 5,000, the other brother come with 4,000, the other brother come with 5. Depends what you want to do. Depends. That beside plane tickets, beside tickets were expensive around the world. Can people flying from America? 1,000 plus 2,000, the European year 2,000. Beside tickets, money just infusing the country for 3 months. November, December, January, December, November, ending 3 months plus. $100 million into the Liberian economy. I think cool. A lot of time the rate drop. A lot of time the rate was up. So now that money infusing the country, everybody coming. The purchasing power goes sterile. Everywhere you go, money circulating because $100 million into the country. People sharing. That what boom our economy. You go to bar, they buy food, restaurant, transportation, everybody making money, everybody get pieces of the pie. But you see people quit or statement they call December. Even that month, the sellers those that can sell these things to us, they can even carry their prices up because we are coming in the country. We don't care. They will hijack their prices. The engine of the Liberian economy is those that are in the Western world. Everybody helping their family, but they will tear you apart. They will break you down. And most of the society, we come from a poor background. Majority, 60%, 70% of Liberians come from a poverty background. And the question I asked will be for how we became poor individually? Why are we poor country? Why we are poor individual? Liberian, the 5 million people. Why we don't have as Liberians? You make statistics, real Liberians. You ask us the question, 5 million population. Why we don't even have 12 or 15 multi-millionaires within the country? I'm not talking about audio millionaire. I'm talking about people that hijack that money. I'm talking about real multi-millionaire. The CEO players, you can still need to be multi-millionaire. Why no new cycle coming? We know the normal suspect now in the multi-millionaire rank in our country. If I can name someone here, the Alexander Comis. the George Weah, the Ability, maybe the Ability, maybe the now Joseph Boakai, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. I'm talking about maybe the guy like get DSTV. They say, I know the Freeman man, yeah, Freeman is good, millionaire. Other people. I'm talking about east side of the country. Also, I don't know about your wealth. If you're multi-millionaire, as people claim you're multi-millionaire in your country, out your country, you should invest. They get Nigerian multi-millionaire outside of Nigeria, they get investment in that country. So I don't talking about the audio money or the guessing money. I don't say they got some Liberian multi-millionaire also, but they're not proving nothing to Liberians to say they are multi-millionaire. So imagine 5 million people cannot name 15. So that's why I came to a conclusion how we became poor. Why we poor since 18, why we really poor, why we cannot break that cycle of poverty. It's embedded on our DNA, generation upon generation. Our parents were poor. They passed it to our parents. Then our parents pass it to us. Then we passing it to the next generation. Who will break that poverty cycle?
I know. A generation of poverty.
Yeah, poverty. Curse of poverty. So it's scary, Liberians.
Sure.
You know what's going to be poor?
You know why it's even, my brother, sorry for intruding, but you know why it's even scary? Then those of us who try to come out so that we can break that cycle of poverty, then we get some of our people too who don't want to see us, who calling us all kind of names, then they want to suppress us. You see how wicked people are? We strive, we must be able to break let's travel us.
Yeah, pray to invest. Pray like you get your brother or your real brother, blood brother, or your cousin, your family. What you used to eat when you were playing small. Then you in the West, now you say, my man, you won't be in my corner? You say, yeah. You would laugh, I won't be in your corner. Then you say, okay. I will take loan from the bank. I'll buy 5 keke. Starting for all while working. I'll be checking on you. Believe me, that guy will destroy you. That what happening to us, Prince. Let me tell you, Prince. How the witness for Liberians on the how the witness? How for the Liberians also have tried? People buy truck, don't truck. We wanted to challenge the Fula, the Mandingo, all these things. They say, oh, Liberia can do nothing. So people buy 15 Tesla. Some people buy keke. Some people buy like 9 motorboy, 7 motorboy. Prince, let me tell my Prince, I have 5 to 6 Tesla. My own thing I wanted to be that the great Atty Bana, the way he transport all these things. Pray they destroy everything. Alone in the country, nobody to say, okay, I will be the bare rack of this guy. I will live all off on poverty. They will embrace our other sisters there. This generation, alone the men outside there breaking the cycle for all. We here will fight on the ground with our blood and sweat will go on the ground here, but we'll never let the thing slip from other all. Imagine print the West one. They will destroy you, but they destroy that set. Nothing they will get that set. All our cars and all our motorbike, you send it, they will lie to you. But print check it out after 1 year. After 1 year, that set have nothing again. They will start from scratch.
Sure. Definitely. That's what they will do. You know, but again, my brother,
I think in the country.
Sure, you are right. You know, you are right. And that's the reason why you see other people, they strive. You know, you don't have to be a biological family member of someone in order to help that person break that cycle of poverty. You don't have to be. And that is the kind of trust that most Liberians who are in the diaspora are looking for.
Yes.
Because sometimes, not all family members, but some family members, when you deal with your own family, they're like, oh, my brother, what am I will do? And for true, what will we do? That is the reality. What will we do? If you have your cousin or your nephew or somebody, you know, misusing your money, at the end of the day, the only thing you will do is get vexed. Family member can't beg you, oh, forget it, you know, that your nephew here, blah, 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 and it was never a story, you will forget it. So right there, that opportunity, at least that should have expanded to reach the other family member. That one person that if you breaking everything now, it mean we'll all go back to square one.
But then friend, what the friends then to the child friend then to say, can we stand beyond Prince or Jake? Let build each other or two. Why they two can destroy it too?
I know, you know, my brother, that's the thing. It's just it's just very worrisome. Even though we have some people who are very good, we get some people who are not even part of the family member that can be able to stand by you and say, look, we can make this happen. We can work with this brother. Yes, there are people who have done it before. There are people even in this Western world, in the diaspora, who have used people who are not their family member to build properties for them, to manage their how you call or businesses and etc. And these people are doing it. But sometimes, these are just things we talk because we need to help ourselves. We need to help each other. The only way that we can be able to create jobs, the only way that we can be able to help back home is when the stress on us is at least at ease. Look, for example, here in the Western world that we live in, my people, in Liberia, yeah, we pay for everything. Everything. In fact, yeah, nobody must deceive you, say, I get my house for everyone. Well, no. You get even house in the country, you pay it from foundation all the way up. When you can't pay the people tax, they will take the house from you. House where you pay, they will take it from you. So I'm talking about some other that living in people rental property and what have you. We are only trying to see how best we can be able to make ends meet.
So let me ask you too. So you think there's a hatred and jealousy embedded in us? Why the cycle cannot be broken?
The thing is, it's deeply rooted in our system, in our culture. It's deeply rooted there. It's not that it just happened like that. Look, my brother, for too long, Liberia as a nation, since we open up, we open up to other system. That system that we open up to, the bedrock of that system was not to build the family in riches, but was to keep the family suppressed so that few people can be on top. Very few people. There's the reason why you see we are still struggling to break this particular chain of how you call, somebody will say the cycle of poverty. It's not that it is your family, but it is the system. And until we can be able to help to fight that system, my brother, it will continue to happen. Now, I'll give you an example. Let's look at President Weah. President Weah introduced a system in Liberia. Or in fact, let's not start from President Weah. Let's start from the late President Samuel Kanyando. President Samuel Kanyando introduced this particular system that was, let's say, initiated by, maybe we say President President Tauber. This particular, the loan bank, the agriculture bank, right? The agriculture bank.
Yeah.
Basically, it was meant so that poor farmers, people who are striving, can go and take loan. Then you use that money and be able to put it in your farm. At the end of the day, you carry the people money back. Then your business grow, you employ people and etc. That is the kind of system that he introduced. When the president, when the slim president Samuel Doe took over, that particular system continued, where we had, the Tradefco Bank, that agriculturally or business people used to go there to go and take loan from there, and etc. People used to go take loan. We even had how you call the thing, they say Liberia Pay Later, the LP, where you will go and take loan or where you will go and take things, and at the end of the day, government will be able to pay. These were all systems that were being introduced in our society. But guess what? The reason why it was LPA, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Liberia Pay After, LPA. So it's not the definition now of Liberian Pay After, but it's just basically you go and take, and afterward you pay. But what happened is that this same very group of people who believe that you and I should be in abject poverty, who believe that you and I should not succeed, they damaged that system. They broke that system down. That's what they did. Because their plan was to ensure that you and myself, we do not enjoy what government has to offer. And we saw it, for example, during the Weah administration. Now, how will you remove a man who building housing unit for you in your villages? My people, let's look at it from a realistic standpoint. A man who decided to say, no, let's change the purple houses. Let's build houses for our people. Real house that our people can live in. Somebody get very so the man dancing buka dance. The man will say, okay, let's build a hospital, for example, in Bapulu that will serve Grand Cape County, Bomi, and Bapulu County, a regional hospital. You get very man.
Yeah, going against the men are there. Yeah, the
You go
voter
and
hit
see
that me.
the man who say, let me give market people loan, so that at least people then who can afford, they will not go to bank like Access Bank, where we take money and give it to you and charge you more. Where when you miss one day, they add 20% interest on the money that they already gave you. That at the end of the day, you end up running away. So, President, we are saying no. What we do? Let the government institute a kind of, loan scheme that will be able to help our people. You go and take the money and you pay little or nothing. Just make sure you pay the money back so that next person can be able to come and take it. Our people get there. Oh, the man will move the man from there. Oh, we'll move the man from there. The man who can say, look, our doctors are working hard. These doctors are doing exceptionally well. Let's carry that pay up small. That the man where our people get there say you get up 20%. Now only 20% you get up,
I
and
tell
we
you.
move from there. The man who went to the teachers who are teaching our children at the level of the university and say, look, you know what happened? The people that been saying that here for long. These people are the ones who prepare professionals to work in the government and what have you. Let's pay them. People were making 700 and took their salary and carry up to 2,000. These were the same teachers. I know who got time for it. The man, in fact, you graduated from University of Liberia. No, he didn't graduate. They were there. They were undermining him. Today now you have a government that you have put there. Let our people here crying. We can play you videos of people crying that things stopped more than yesterday. I think President, we are telling it was all right. But yesterday we were telling you that it was all right. You said no. Today now, let you hear now. You now have become witnesses of yesterday. You see? So my brother, this issue of, bringing people down is deeply rooted in the system. There are some family members who have actually get the, one would say the magic of working together, which is very good, but the vast majority of us is because it's in the system. My brother, for you to break something that was among your people for 100 and let's say 70 years, you think that's small thing? Liberia were existing before 1847. That thing we're talking about 1847 were existing long before that. But in order for you to break a system that have been deeply rooted amongst the people, my brother, not small thing. That's why you see the Unity Party. Look, whether we like it or not, it will take time for these people to be discovered. You know what it means? The people been in the system for 12 years. They know all the in and out. They know all the Koyokaya thing. They know all the hole. They know the loopholes. These people then, if we don't work together as one to be able to defeat these people, I mean, we can go to election, we'll defeat them. But because they are diabolical and they have evil plan, they will still be in the government, undermining the government. And that's what we were faced with as a government, the CDC-led government. With all of what was happening, it's as if nothing was happening.
Let me ask you another question. The CDC too now taste power. They get some experience. Or they get a vast experience concerning the Unity Party. They know some of the loopholes there now. If everything go well, the way we see the opinion poll, everything going when nothing ugly happened, no election interference, no cheating, no stealing. If you compare Boakai, will be 86, and compare George Weah, and the tangible, and they talk about the real issue, non-propaganda, talk about the real, compare the two issues, automatically Georgia will come out of power. My question here to you, as a sedition, top sedition, you think when George Weah 2.0, he can put Liberia on a different map?
Definitely, he can put Liberia on a different map. But like I always say, my brother, I am looking at the damage that is being caused by this government. It almost like President, we had to go back to square one. Take for an example, the roads that he's building. Unfortunately, this government is not even maintaining the roads. The roads, they're not even maintaining it. The hospitals, the government is not even maintaining the hospitals. And the last time you and I were here was showing how you call the thing, Bapolu Hospital, where grass grow all around it, and people are not even taking care of it. So what I'm saying is that, yes, President, we can put the country on a very good path. But again, our fear is that it almost like you will kind of start from square one. You will first of all have to be able to, fix those things that these people are damaging. You will first of all have to kind of face the confidence of the international people on Liberia. Because remember, now look at what happened of recent. The trust of our international partner is eroding on Liberia because of the way the government is behaving. You saw the EU ambassador the last time telling us that, look, the vice president It almost like he the minister of how you call a mine in this place, or the minister of energy. He want to do everything with energy business. Instead of the government sitting down to look at these things, what did they do? They jump behind the woman. They say she must get up on the country. She talking to when she's will talk. They say all kind of things. They use all kind of threatening remarks. So at the end of the day, that news have already gone to the international partners. When they say, look, the government and Syria government, we can't help. So it's almost like the place that President Weah left the progress, thinking that he will come to take it from there, or Joseph Newman Boakai will come to take it from there. Instead, Joseph Newman Boakai, what he's doing, he is eroding the progress. In other words, he's destroying what even President Weah did. Let's look, for example, the freedom of speech. Today, we are seeing what happened with the protester, where they will send armed people and plan there among protesters, where they will plan their people to run with car amongst the protesters and etc. People ain't got voice to talk. You talk, somebody behind you. Look at what happened to Foday Massaquoi. They collected the ball. He went to radio station to go and encourage people to go and speak on national issue. Before he came down, police were there. They said, oh, that you got to arrest it, man. Sekou Douglas, all kind of intimidation. So yes, we can make progress. Under President we can make progress. But again, he can just do what he can do because, you know, we got to start from square zero again. So yes, we can make that progress, but we got to work collectively as a people.
Okay. Okay, Prince. Unless you want to put a test now, then you want to emphasize on the
yeah, I didn't get your view on the protest. Yeah, I didn't get
because we're not seeing video. Maybe probably we can discuss the protest because they get protest.
We show video with video here.
For me, I'll be honest here. I will be honest here for the protest. What getting me? What little bit frustrating in the country? Only Molu leading protests in the country. So my question I'm asking: why only Molu? Why only Sting? So why the other people not coming to do the individual thing then? But why only Molu? And as you said, Prince, the thing will continue until it. Me, I know it. If you're not do something, CDC can bring it. I always say so. If you cannot follow your cases to flag it to international community and send video upon video, the Unity Party will not listen, they will not change that direction. Our constitution allows protest, free speech, all these things. A happy honor George Weah when they were in opposition. But sooner anybody are in protest or shouldn't talk about protest, I know the thing will make that government bad. Yeah, it will make that government bad. They proceed the right way. Then listen to the people plot or the plea. Then probably you will change course. But they're not tolerant. And CDC, all the cracking down, they people get political prisoner. Look at the guys that they arrested for the fire incident at the first branch of government. The guys stay in prison, Prince. How many years the guys say they stay in prison? Case of nobody taking it out. People children stay in prison down there for nothing. But they stay. People protesting, they want their life. They barricade the whole around the executive mansion with iron riot bar, all kind of things, and they're spending taxpayer money. Because Prince, the people know the strategy of protest. They were protesting on falsehood, everything there. So that why they don't allow this kind of protest, because when they protest, the government will look up in the international community, the world will have the world Facebook. I want global village, the world at global village. So people will see the cookie issue that just surface in the country, pour hole in the government. So that why they allow all these kind of things then. So they dare to crack down on people, arresting people. But the thing here, but why only Molu? Why other civil society, other people in our shouting in the corner of the country? Why they can't protest? Or they can lead their own thing? But this thing, you have to document these things. I keep on a different society. I get different man thinking. If the people cracking down, protest to all these things, I tell people you document the thing and deliver it in video. You have your protest. Me tell you something. The problem, I will be honest here. Me say it now. I pray the election for CDC in America go with success winning. A success win. And you can take the Unity Party to the tax in America. Someone will come for success here. He need the CDC as an individual. Any break? No, that's why you will become president of the biggest opposition leader in America. Why the art of the whole government will see you leading protests to the White House, leading protests, thousands of that doing. Not gonna pay million. No. When they just got numbers, we apply your video, you go to the where you go to the State Department, you're cutting all these things. You make the people go, if you're cracking down people, they're killing them, all these things can draw, you document these things, they tell the same thing to you people. They tell the thing that they went to the Congress. So social get a task now. They say the president will be for CDC in America get a task now. A Boakai coming to that country and he get the rule of law tremble upon. In another nation whatsoever, march against him. They have marched against a lot of leaders in the country, a lot of leaders all around the world. They can't pour for in America. Number thousands of people can come on the street for them. They as soon as they see they change course. They may international people not do business with you people. So that one of the tasks for success Dennis to follow. Yeah, you cannot relent on the Unity Party. No. The people that can bully people, you can bully them back. That's the only word they can understand. Well, they're not tolerant, friends. So, I mean, they protest them with awareness, but how much people willing? The people scared because I told you people, since they massacre the people in King George, and all the police that killed these people, they went free. Greco come riding high free, high class, in their own steroid, doing different things, not protecting the protesters in the country. Yeah, I want to propagandists in your government, in our government. I mean, you working on EFBC now with going to say you will divide water and money protester there. I think you know it's okay. Also on social media to condemning George Weah.
Yeah. They call him. You call He will. You call Minister of. He will the EFBC now. Yeah. Yeah. Or you can say, oh, we divide water this and that. Oh, you want to do the same thing from a president George Weah do. So the person in that court, they talk on their print. That be real here. They talk on the president. Since the 19 million drug boss, everywhere he came, he talk on him. Pray, remember, anything they went to California, you remember inside the people can lie, and they went to California, when university invited them. When the business people, when the business people in California, they come Morovia now. How many months going on? I know, right? So, yeah, sure, my brother. You're right.
What the business people from California? They said they were bringing. You remember they were bringing business people from California to invest in the country. How many months going on? So no business people.
Still waiting for them.
The Unity Party for us only man. They owe me. They gotta know it. What? No. The country. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you so much, my brother, for holding on. You know, you have been busy.
Yeah, I know.
But thank you so much for holding on. And until we meet again, hopefully tomorrow.
Yes. Salute, follow. I have to share this video.
God bless you. Thank you.
Yeah, share this video. Yeah, bye-bye.
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.